Hello, music learners. Welcome to Jihee's music class. Today we are going to talk about the land of A major from Piano Adventure, Level 4, Theory Book, page 32. Let's get started. In last video, we talked about D major. Now we are in the land of A major. We move to the A major land. So let me read number 1. Map out the territory for A major and write the key signature for each clef. Write a 1-octave A major scale, ascending and descending. Use whole notes. And shade the sharp notes. Label the tonic, dominant, and leading tone for T, D, and LT. Okay, so do you remember how many sharps does A major have? Okay, the key is A is tonic, and a half step below from A is the last sharp. Then G sharp's gonna be the last sharp, right? A half step below A is G sharp. Right? So let me write here, key signature, right? G sharp first, and then the first sharp should be what? Always has to be F sharp is the first sharp, F sharp, and C sharp. And what was the next sharp after F sharp? It is C sharp, right? F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. This is... Okay, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. So this is the key signature for A major. Okay, 3 sharps. A major has 3 sharps. The first note, the tonic, which is A, is already given here, right? And let's draw the scale together. Let's make ascending scale together. A. Okay, this is A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A needs a 1-letter line. And let's descend. A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, and A. Okay, so we drew ascending and descending scale. And let's shade the sharp notes. Okay, shade the sharp notes. We have F sharp. F sharp, let's shade the F sharp. F sharp. The next sharp is C sharp. Here's the C sharp. C sharp. And we have more sharps. G sharp, the leading tone. G sharp, G sharp. Okay, these are all sharp notes. So you have to play, when you're playing on the keyboard, you have to play these notes on black keys. Okay. C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A. And then G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A. Okay. And now let's label the tonic for T, dominant for D, and leading tone for LT. We've been doing this. Tonic is the first note of the scale, dominant is the 5th note of the scale, leading tone is the 7th note of the scale. Okay, so A is tonic here. A, another A, tonic. And the last note is also tonic. And let's label dominant. Dominant is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, right? This is 5th note. E is dominant. E is dominant. And leading tone is a half step below tonic. Leading tone LT, G sharp is leading tone. These 2 notes are leading tones. Okay, and let's move down to left-hand part in bass clef, and we are doing the same thing. Key signature, starting F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And the first note, A, is already given. This A is here, A. And we are going to make ascending scale together. A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. And descending scale, G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, and A. And we are going to do the same thing. Let's shade all the sharp notes. C sharp, F sharp, G sharp, G sharp, F sharp, and C sharp. Also, let's now label the tonic first note here, A, tonic, another tonic, tonic, and dominant, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dominant is E. E is dominant note of A major scale, dominant, and leading tone, G sharp. G sharp is leading tone. And another G sharp is leading tone. Okay, and let's move down to number 2. Here we have A major chord, and you need to circle root position, first inversion, or second inversion for each example. Okay, so let's take a look all together. The first passage, you have 3 sharps, right? We are in A major. This chord is A major chord, but it doesn't look like a root position. So let me play this. Okay, did you hear? The first note, the bottom note, is not A, not tonic. So this must be inverted chord. So here C sharp is in the bottom. So the root position of this chord is A, C sharp, and E. Remember this root position. And then the C sharp, which is the third note of tonic, right? This is the third note, the E is the fifth note. So third note is in the bottom. That means this is first inversion. Okay, the first inversion of A major chord. Okay, let's look at the second example. Let me play this passage. Okay, so this was a broken chord, right? A, C, E, C, A. And the lowest note is the tonic, A. So this is root position. Okay, let's look at the third example. Here, the first note, what is the first note? I'm gonna play this passage. Take a listen. Okay, the first note is E, right? A is here, A, C, and E. E is in the bottom. So this is second inversion. E is the fifth note of the scale. If the fifth note is in the bottom, that means it is second inversion. And lastly, this one, take a listen. Okay, so C sharp is in the bottom. This is another type of broken chord. So this one is first inversion, right? Just like, yeah, the first measure. Okay, so let's move down to the next line in bass clef. Same key signature, same A major. Let me play the first example. Here, take a listen. Okay, so this is also a major chord. But what is the first note of this chord? It is C sharp, right? It starts with C sharp, the third note. So this is first inversion. Okay, and move to the next one. Here, it's a chord. So let me play this first. E, A, C sharp. So E is in the bottom. So that means this is A, C, E. This is second inversion. Root, first inversion, second inversion, right? And let's move to the next one. Oh, this is waltz rhythm, right? Let me play. This is together root position because A is in the bottom, right? A is in the bass. A is the lowest note. And lastly, last measure, this is the first note. What is the first note? While you're figuring it out, I'm gonna play this passage. It's a arpeggio, right? Our A major arpeggio and A, E, C, A, octave up and E, C, A. This is like skipping down. This is root position because A is in the bass. Okay, so number 2 is done. Let's move down. Our fun number 3. This is a little bit of composing. Okay, composing the melody. So complete the question and answer melody. Add slurs, dynamics, and fingering. And play and enjoy. Okay, so we talked about question and answer phrase in the last video, remember? So the last note of the question, the first 1, 2, 3, 4 measures, these are question phrase, okay? Q, and the next 4 measures are answer phrase. The last note of the question phrase can be anything, any notes except for tonic. You cannot use tonic here in question and answer phrase. Okay, so let's make the melody together. You can make your melody by yourself, but now I'm just gonna share my way of making melody. Okay, so the first phrase is already given. This is also in A major with 3 sharps. Let me play this first. Okay, 1, ready, go. Okay, sounds like this. So we have to analyze the music first before we continue. In the first measure, it has stepping up and skip down. You have to think about the harmony when you're composing the melody. So you have C sharp and E and C sharp back to C sharp. You have 2 chord tones of 1 chord, and D is a passing tone. We talked about this. This is non-chord tone, but we call this passing tone. So C, D, C, and then measure 2, A to A. It's an octave up, so probably this is 1 chord, or it also can be 4 chord. And move on to measure 3 here. We have G sharp, G sharp, G sharp, F sharp, E here, stepping down, right here to here. I would say this is 4 chord and G sharp can be passing tone. And then probably the last measure, very typically the last chord of the question phrase ends on 5 chord, the dominant chord. Okay, tonic chord is followed by dominant chord. E, 2, 3. Okay, and then the last measure should end on 1. Okay, and 5 and 1. That's the rule. Starts on 1 chord and ends on 5 and 1 chord at the end. So bear this in mind and let's get composing. I like to match, okay, the beginnings. So measure 1 here and measure 5 are corresponding measures. So we can match this as a parallel phrase, C, D, E. And let me copy C, D, first 3 notes. Okay, C, D, E, and then let's just copy the 4th, okay, 4th note also. So they are exactly same. Now measure 1 and measure 5 are the same. And then measure 6, A, I'm gonna go the same A, right? A to A, just like this, A. I'm gonna show you a few different versions of my composition. This time, I'm gonna go up to F sharp, A to F sharp, not an octave up, because I want to go down at the end, A to F sharp. And I'm thinking about harmony, the subdominant harmony. A subdominant means 4 chord, okay? A to F sharp, and then here, E, D, C sharp, and B, E, D, C, B, A. So let me play from measure 5 to the end. How was it? Did you like it? Maybe I can move 5 chord to here. Okay, so this is one way. Okay, I'm gonna make different version from A to from measure 6, A to A. I can make it the same as measure 2. And then this is measure 7. Here I can step down in 8th note. And A is the same. So let me play the second version with lighter blue color. Okay, 1 from measure 5. 1, ready, go. Okay, let me play the full passage. Okay, the version 1 first, and then version 2 next. And I'm actually going to move the melody 1 octave higher, and then I'm gonna harmonize it with the chord that I wrote in Roman numeral. Version 1, ready, go. Okay, here comes the version 2. Okay, so this is the way how you compose. You can make many different versions, and then you can modify it. You can add the notes. You can delete some notes, and you just need to find the best sound that you want it to create. All right, which version did you like better? Version 1 or version 2? Please leave the comments in below. That's it for today. So I hope you really enjoyed today's lesson and helpful. And if you like this video and if you did your work, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!